Okay, Bonita with Knitting in the Mitten here, and it's time to start making homemade ice cream again. I don't buy ice cream because I will eat it, but in the summer I do like to make one batch with every fresh fruit that is in season, and then when my nieces are here, then I share it with them. So right now it is rhubarb and strawberry season in Southwest Michigan. So we are making strawberry rhubarb ice cream. And the problem with homemade ice cream a lot of times is that it's very soft. And then if you put it in the freezer, it gets very hard and it's hard to serve. But this recipe calls for a secret ingredient, and that is mini marshmallows. I think that this is what makes this ice cream the best because it maintains a softer texture after it is frozen. So I have an indoor ice cream maker, which I'll show you. But first I need to cut up 1 cup of rhubarb. So here's my rhubarb. I have a huge rhubarb plant outside, and this is my rhubarb. The leaves are poisonous, so don't use the leaves. But I'm going to cut up the rhubarb, and I'm going to cut up slice 1 cup of strawberries. Okay, we have about a cup of chopped up rhubarb. When you wash your strawberries, make sure you wash them with the tops on, because if you cut the tops off and you wash them, then they're just going to get waterlogged, and you don't want waterlogged strawberries. So my strawberries came from Razors in Decatur. I guess it's a Decatur address. I don't really know. But right now there are lots of strawberries and strawberry farms in Southwest Michigan where you can go and buy fresh and local strawberries. I think they were $3.50 a quart, if I remember correctly. My trick to decapitating strawberries is to use a grapefruit spoon to just pluck out the leaves. You can use a knife, that's not a problem, but what tends to happen is you cut off a lot of strawberry that you could be eating. So I find that the grapefruit spoon actually works quite nicely for taking the tops off of strawberries. All right, now we have our cup of strawberries with our cup of rhubarb, and we're going to put them in a big pan called a Dutch oven, but you can just use a saucepan. This is my Dutch oven. And we're going to add 3/4 cup of sugar and a cup of water and rhubarb, sugar, and that's it, I guess. And we're going to bring it to a boil and then reduce the heat and simmer it uncovered for 15 minutes. The other thing we're going to need is 1.5 tablespoons of lemon juice. Of course, you can use bottled lemon juice, but I don't like to do anything the easy way. So I bought lemons, and I have this nifty, probably antique lemon juicer that is going to juice the lemons for me. That looks like plenty. So this is what our fruit looks like just as it's starting to simmer. Okay, so this is what it looks like now after 15 minutes. Since I didn't chop up the strawberries very small, I did try to press them against the side of the pan to mash them up because I don't want big, huge chunks of frozen strawberries in my ice cream. So I might suggest chopping them up a little smaller or do what I did. Now I'm going to add 1.5 cups of tiny marshmallows and my lemon juice, and I'm going to stir that up until the marshmallows are melted, And then I'm going to pour this in a big bowl and put it in the fridge until tomorrow. All right, the mini marshmallows are very nearly mixed up. There's some little tiny pieces left, but I'm tired of stirring, and I need to go help my parents next door with their Instagram. So I think they're pretty well melted. I'll let them sit here while I run next door. And then I'm going to pour this into my giant 8-cup measuring cup, which will then go in the fridge for the night. And then after you make the mix like we're doing tonight, you need to let it chill for, well, it says to chill for 4 hours or overnight. But I always do it overnight because you want everything to be very cold when you put it into the canister, otherwise it will not set up. There it is. I put it in there 2 days ago, I think, so it should definitely be frozen. Okay, it is now the next day, and it's time to finish up this strawberry rhubarb ice cream making process. And so I need to take a cup of whipping cream, and I need to mix it until soft peaks form. So if you've never made whipped cream from scratch, it's pretty cool. All right, I don't know, I think it looks like soft peaks. Looks like it to me. All right, now we need to pour this into the mix we made yesterday. It's been chilling in the fridge all night and all day. And once we've mixed this up, then we pour it into the canister that's been in the freezer for a couple days. You definitely want to freeze that canister for a good 2 days. I tried just freezing it one day once, and it wasn't completely frozen. And you can't make ice cream unless the canister is completely frozen. So we have mixed that up, and we're gonna pour it in the cold canister. All right, this is my indoor ice cream maker. I got it, I think, as a birthday present from my brother and sister-in-law one time many years ago. And as a kid, we used to have to make ice cream outside in the ice cream maker that you put rock salt around and crank it for, I don't know, 20 minutes or more until you have ice cream. I don't remember how long it takes. But this one, you just leave it on the counter and plug it in. And stir it up a bit periodically, and then you have ice cream. So I like to take a spoon and scrape it along the side because the canister's frozen, so the ice cream along the side really gets frozen, and the ice cream in the middle doesn't get as frozen as quickly. So I don't know if it helps or not, but I kind of speed the process along by scraping it with a spoon periodically. And that gets the really frozen stuff off, so other stuff can be really frozen.